Hello guys, this is Kaishiro. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, we're going to tackle top 5 hand traps on the February 2023 OCG format. So these are the hand traps that should fill your deck if you are looking to compete in the metagame on the remainder of this format. So disclaimer, this video will be without the likes of Maxi and Dash. Of course, these hand traps are very relevant on all types of format and very strong one to include and almost mandatory in every deck on the OCG. So this will be without Maxi and Ash for better references in this video. So without further ado, let's get started. Coming up number 5, we have Nibiru. Nibiru is very prevalent due to the relevance of Kashtira and Exosister on the format. There's a lot of Kashtira, especially in our country, in the Philippines. There's a lot of really good Kashtira players. The deck is very well represented despite the hits. On the previous ban list, Kashtira is still doing well in our country. And of course, Exosister, a deck that counters tier laments and is very popular also right now. So, Nibiru can stop Kashtira and Exosister because they tend to special summon 5 times or more than that in a single turn. And also, there's a lot of combo decks that are running around in the meta right now, such as this bestial variants like bestial sprite and bestial Gishki, Adamancipator, and super heavy samurai. Those decks tends to special summon a lot on this format, so Nibiru is a good card to stop them from getting out of control. Coming up, number 4, we have Bestial. So this might be controversial later on, but Bestial for me is just number 4 on the hand trap list, on this tier list, because it is only specifically good against the tier laments, of course, because tier laments has graveyard mechanics to fusion summon, so Bestial stops them from doing so. And also Bestial variants such as Sprite Bestial and super heavy samurai Bestial are also getting affected by Bestial cards like Bestial Magnamut and Druid Worm. So these are the decks that will be affected by Bestial cards on this tier list. So Bestial is still a card that should have if you are trying to stop tier laments, of course, because tier laments is the most dominant deck on this format. They are the best deck by a mile. So Bestial is my number 4 on this list. So this is where the controversy begins. At my number 3, I have DD Crow. I prefer DD Crow over the Bestial on this tier list on the number 3 rank because I do feel like DD Crow is more versatile than Bestial on the current format. DD Crow also answers the tier laments fusion strategy and also the Bestial variants of the other decks like Bestial Sprite and such. So DD Crow functions the same way like Bestial, but the upside of this DD Crow on this format is it is also good on Purely. You can target the spells of Purely on their graveyard to banish them, and also even the likes of rogue decks like Labyrinth, you can DD Crow the big welcome to prevent them from interrupting you later on. So DD Crow is much more flexible on the format due to the adaptability of this card on certain matchups, unlike the Bestial where you can use it only on light and dark targets such as the Bestial and tier laments on this format. So that is why DD Crow is more better for me than Bestial on this current format. So DD Crow ranks on my 3rd on this list. Coming up, number 2, we have Droll and Lockbird. Droll and Lockbird is a preventive measure also on combo decks like Nibiru, but the upside of Droll and Lockbird is it is more precautious and more preventive type of card where it can stop the opponent on the get-go. Unlike Nibiru that they could bypass this card if they have extenders to flourish their board furthermore. So Droll and Lockbird is a different type of card that aims to stop them from doing any actions moreover. Also, Droll answers the types of combo decks like Super Heavy Samurai, Sprite Gishki, and Adamancipator. And also, it affects Exosister as well if they are running the Sakaitama and Aratama engine. If they add early or using the add of what do you call that card? Exosister packs on the main phase. You can draw them. So the Exosister Michaelis won't get to add the Exosister return niya on the latter part. So Droll is also good on Purely because Purely has a mechanic that can draw on a lot of scenarios. And also Droll is good on such roguish decks like Runic because Runic tends to add a lot using their pot cards and other drawing cards such as Cards of Demise and Upstart Goblin. And also, rogue decks like Fluanderis are heavily affected by Droll and Lockbird. So, Droll and Lockbird is much more better for me than Nibiru if you are looking for a card that is needed to stop the combo decks and also a reliable one to stop a handful relevant decks on the format. So that is why Droll and Lockbird is my number 2 on this list. At number 1, we have Infinite Impermanence. Infinite Impermanence is a card that you should always have in your Handtrap lineup, especially if the format is a very diverse one because there's a lot of mid-range decks, combo decks that have a very considerable choke points on their system, such as Sprite Sprint on Bestial Sprite. They can get affected by using Imperm on Sprint because they use Sprint to dump the Necro Zombie. I forgot the name. Shinobi Necro. Yeah. Shinobi Necro. And Bestial Apple. Or the Apple. The Apple Tuner. So, you can use Imperm on that. And also on Sprite Brigade, you can also use Imperm to choke their Ferigit and other cards like Kit and Keras on their field. And also, the Gigantic Sprite. This is very prone also on Infinite Impermanence and also on Exosister. Michaelis ad is very prone to Infinite Impermanence if they got stopped on the Michaelis or even Asophiel. They will get stunned or slowed down on the process if Infinite Impermanence resolves on that situation. And also, Imperm is good on rogue decks like Fluanderis as well. And also, Super Heavy Samurai on certain interactions. So, Infinite Impermanence is widely regarded as a better all-around card than most of the Handtraps here. So, Infinite Impermanence is a well-deserving number 1 spot on this list. That's why I prioritize Infinite Impermanence over these cards if you are looking for a Handtrap to carry on with the format. So, short recap. At number 5, we have Nibiru. At number 4, we have Bestial. At number 3, we have Didi Crow. At number 2, we have Droll. At number 1, we have Infinite Impermanence. So, thank you for watching this video. I hope you learn a thing or two. And thanks for continuing the patronage on my channel. Hit the notification bell for more updates and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like this kind of content. And thank you for watching. Peace.
Fighting ways to get away, to see you again, see you again.